your championship leader driver of the number 22 Menard Chevy, Simon Pagenaud. Juan, we'll start with you. Obviously, not the way you wanted to end the session today. Can you tell us kind of what happened?
Just on cold tires, and Simon was coming, and we just misjudged the situation. We want to make sure we didn't get in Simon's way, so we tried to, hurry up, and just cold tires, and that was it.
What does that do for as far as qualifying? Do you have
no idea. At this point, I have no idea if we'll make it or not. So it just put ourselves in a hole again, but it's okay. We'll work through it.
Up to that point, how was your session?
It was really good. Our car was really good. We made a lot of gains for the race. Felt like we were going to have a really good race car. So I think we'll go to a good direction.
Okay. Next to Will. Will, if you could take us through your session today, how did it go?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, for us, we really need to use all the time because we didn't test here. So we got through a few items and did one run in quality trim, but not exactly where we wanted to be. So a little bit of work to do, honestly. The car's quite nervous right now, so we just need to kind of work it out.
And Simon, as the championship leader, you come in. If you could just kind of review your session this morning, how things look for you?
Yeah, it's been okay. I mean, it was a good long session. My heart got a little excited a few times behind Hunter Ray and Juan, so glad we got out of the way without any problems. But the car was decent. We improved it throughout the session. We're really looking at making it good for the race. We still need to make more adjustments to get into a good balance especially for race running. But so far so good. I think the Hondas show a lot of strength again in this configuration. So I think it's going to be a pretty exciting race.
Let's go ahead and open it up for questions from the media. Okay, you have a handheld mic. Start down here with Wolfgang. Wait for the microphone, please.
Simon, a question for you. How are track conditions so far?
The track?
Track conditions,
yeah.
Slippery or rain?
I think the track will improve for us for sure throughout the weekend. I remember it was similar last year. You start the weekend and we need to put our price on rubber down to help ourselves really. So I thought it was okay. I thought it was decent. It was very good conditions, no wind, pretty nice temperature. So there was no much difference between all three corners, which is unusual here. It might be different qualifying this afternoon.
Questions? John over there.
Kind of sorry to bring it up, guys, but a year since Justin's passed. Are you pleased with the research that IndyCar is putting into cockpit protection, and what direction would you like to see that go?
I think the series has done a really good job, always about safety. They're always looking at better things to make our series better. I think, in the last 10, 15 years, we've come a long, long way, and, you can't prevent everything. It's motor racing, you know what I mean? There's always a danger to it, and, and as drivers, I think we're willing to accept that, It's never going to be 100%, but I think they're looking at, the future, what's going to be the next thing that we need, but it's good. I think, they care for us, and, I feel there's always something. As a driver, sometimes you always want more, but I think they've done a good job.
Yeah, let's get over there.
Skip Clayton, WBCB Radio. Would you guys like to see the Triple Crown return? Because they had it from 71 to 89, then Pocono went off the schedule. Then when they came back in 2013, it got revived. 3 500-mile races in 1 year. Would you like to see that again?
Yeah, I mean, you got to have the track to do it. Right now it's obviously.
I think Michigan would be a cool place. Yeah. Since they repaved it, I think that would be a good place to race. Yeah, I know. I raced there. I won that was a cool place. Yeah, it was. Pretty easy, actually.
More questions? Go to the Bruce down here, and then we'll go to Tony.
Simon, 58-point lead with 1 and 2 or 2 and 2/3 races remaining, counting Texas next week. Do you feel that this championship is within your control?
Yeah, I mean, you can look at it several ways, right? But I'm just going to do what I've been doing. I mean, obviously Will is in a good position too. Everybody's in a good position, but we've been strong all year. No reason to change anything. And at the end of the day, the best guy will win. So it's in control, within my control. What I can do is my control, and I can't really take care of the outside factors. So whatever happens that I can't control, it would be whatever. But I feel like what I can control, I think we're in good shape.
And Will, how frustrating is it at Mid-Ohio you finish on the podium and actually lose points to Simon?
Yeah, I mean that's how it's been this year. It's obviously, I think Chevy has definitely had the advantage over Honda at pretty much all the tracks except for the super speedways, and and Penske I think has been very strong on top of that. So obviously the guys you're battling are your teammates. But Mid-Ohio was definitely, we had a great race going, and I just kind of slept on the restart. I should have been on top of that a lot more, and probably never would have, presented the situation for him to pass me. But that's racing, and he did a good job. And 58 points there's still a lot of points on the table. Obviously, that's a pretty good lead though, and we're just going to race these last 4 races and race our race, and just hope to have a shot at the end. We want to be there with a shot at Sonoma. That's it. That's the aim.
Tony?
Simon, you were behind both Ryan and Juan. What can you expand on what the views from both of those was, and what's kind of the perception when you see debris coming at you? Because a lot of drivers have been in that spot, when the big oval accidents have happened.
Well, I mean, it's just human instinct at this point. You see the smoke, and the guy's going somewhere. So now it's the difficulty is with the smoke is to see where that car is going. Obviously, it's always going to go, toward the outside. So you know that. But then the difficulty is to pinpoint when the car is going to bounce back to the other side of the track. And when you don't see because of the smoke, it's quite difficult. And you can't dodge the debris. It's just whatever it is. You get lucky or not. That's all I can say really. But I was really close, and there weren't too many debris flying, which was a good surprise.
Mark, right down here.
Question for Juan. And Juan, you hold the track record here of 2:23.9, I believe. Do you think is that in jeopardy?
Is it,
I think so. Yeah. Is that in jeopardy today? Do you think? Yeah. Can you?
Yes,
2 years ago, yes.
223?
Yes. So the question is, can you break it?
No. Can we break it? No, I hope nobody does today. But I ran 221.9. I don't think they'll get there. I hope they don't. I'll be happy if I can make it out.
Let's go to Grant right down here, too.
How will the approach to Texas be different, if at all, especially for Simon and Will, because you'll leave here knowing where you are in relation to the points, and you'll go there knowing where you are in relation to, like, the resumption order. I mean, is that going to be different at all?
No, I think you just go race. I think I started 15th because I was in the crash with Joseph, so we had to change the wing just before the red came out. So I think we're starting 15th, and I know I just have to go to the front, so it's going to be a shorter race, so I'm going to have to go pretty quick. I just know in my head that's what's going to happen. So, the cars, we don't really have the luxury to change anything from the race. I was very happy with my race car there, so just going to have to go, personally.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. My car was not that good, so I do get to make some changes. We only get a 10-minute session, but it's going to be short, so you definitely have to go quickly.
Yeah, right down here in front.
For Simon and for Will, and Will, you alluded to battling a teammate for the championship. Can you guys just talk a little bit about how it's maybe affected your relationship, or, you know, obviously what it's like different between battling battling somebody who isn't a teammate for the points championship.
I think you hate me. Yeah, it's I've been in that situation before with Elliot. It was actually good. It's just, nothing's changed. We don't talk and we don't talk. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously you get to see all his data and information and what he's doing. That can be good and bad. Sometimes it's an advantage if you're struggling, but it can go the other way too. So it's good. It's expected, honestly. When every year you come into the season expecting to battle with a teammate. I had that with Juan last year. I think the older you get, the less you kind of worry about personalities and all that. You just kind of you do your business and you don't way too much on emotional stuff between people. I mean, it's just obviously it doesn't matter. You get out of the track and the best guy is going to win, and it's as simple as that. And if whoever does win, good on them because they deserve it.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's a bit like a marriage, to be honest.
Are you married or something?
Well, no, but
Oh,
I can imagine how it is. Being by your side. But we're going to have to be teammates for a long time. So hopefully for a long time. So we come to the track every week. If we don't get along, it's going to be a nightmare. I think at the end of the day, we both want to be fighting for the championship. We all want to fight against each other in the championship. That means our car's the best. That means we've done a good job. And then we have that shot at the end to try. So I think it's the perfect situation. There's really no point on hating each other. It's not going to make us any faster, I think. I mean, personally, that's what I think. So, you just do, like Will said, you just do your business, focus on your thing, and then the best will win.
Okay, one last question up there.
Yeah, the question earlier about the Steve, Juan, you said that, set that track record almost 224 2 years ago. You were with the original Dallara DW12 kit. Last year with the intro of the custom kits, speeds were off about 4 to 5 miles an hour. This year, without the draft, you're probably in that same ballpark.
No, they're a little better. They're quicker this year.
Are they?
Yeah, we're quicker. The cars have evolved a lot. With the Aero kits, we created quite a bit more drag on the cars where we created the car, a lot more downforce. So the cars are getting more efficient as the manufacturers evolve the kit.
I think Will touched earlier that your car was a little touchy, a little sensitive. Are you seeing any difference with the dome skid here as opposed to what we saw in Indianapolis?
No, not really. I don't know. It's the same thing. I mean, it's a race car. You just drive it and see what it does.
Pretty simple. With that, we'll wrap it up. We've got a great transition here. We've got some of the legends of the sport today.